done.
No.
She's washed up. She's boring.
I disagree with
She's
you.
nothing.
I don't agree
She's
with you.
nothing anymore.
Disagree.
What does she bring to the table? What does Bayley, if you dropped Bayley off the roster today, what would we lose?
You could say that about a lot of people.
No. I didn't ask about a lot of people. I asked about Bayley. I also agree with the Jeezer. He says she's been boring since day freaking one. There are certain superstars. And when I was in the WWE for 13 years, there would be certain people, and she'd be one of them, that you'd walk around backstage going, how in the world is she winning the Royal Rumble? Or how in the world is he doing that? To me, I've never, and I think she's a very sweet person, but there's a lot of sweet people. But I just don't think she's ever sold a ticket. Like, ever sold a ticket for any... What, rivalry?
Whoa, too far, brother. Hey, pal. Hey, take it easy.
What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope having a blessed Tuesday watching this before I get started on this whole Bayley dilemma. Just got to do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble, 418 YouTube, 118 Rumble. Thank you. Thank you so very much. But enough of that, let's get into it. This video is not going to be too long. Just going to talk about, or just give my thoughts on this whole Bayley, Jonathan Coachman, IWC bullshit that's been going on past few days. Now, you heard for yourself what Jonathan Coachman had to say on some random podcast he was on. I don't know the other three people that are on there. Do I agree with what he said? Not necessarily, but I see where he's coming from. You know what I mean? And me watching that clip, I'm just like, why the fuck is he not managing someone in WWE? You know, he'd be perfect for someone like Austin Theory or Omos, who we haven't seen in a fucking year. You know what I mean? Just being wasted on this fucking podcast yapping about Bayley. It would be nice to see more than one manager on TV, on Raw or SmackDown besides Oswald Cobblepot, that is Paul Heyman. Now, I understand his sentiment and people are like that view Bayley as boring. I get that. My problem is that all the hatred is being directed towards Bayley, not the person that's been booking her the past couple of years, and Triple H. You got these Stockholm fans that will blame everybody else except for Triple H, the person who books this bullshit. You know, they'll blame Tony Khan before they'll blame Triple H. They'll blame old man Vince, who's been out the game for a minute. He's in the shadow realm. He got excommunicated. He ain't coming back. All right, I know there's fans pushing the notion that bring Vince back. He ain't coming back. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It's not going to happen, and I don't blame him. Why would he come back? To clean up the colossal goat fuck booking that's been going on under Triple H for the past couple years. Like, y'all kicked him off the ship, so if the ship crashes and burns, that's on y'all. Would things be better if Vince was in charge? Absolutely. But I'm a realist, alright? And I don't see a fucking, what was he, like 74, 75 or some shit? Year-old Vince McMahon coming back to take over the WWE and TKO. It's not gonna happen. That ship done sailed. It is what it is. But getting back to Bayley, is her character boring? Yes. Is she washed? No. Absolutely not. Right, what you have to look at is her booking, how she's being presented. So yeah, they're not doing fuck all with her, so of course she's gonna be boring. It's the same shit going on with Karrion Kross. How people, they're like, they swear up and down this dude is a jobber, he fucking sucks, he's boring as fuck. And it's like, how the fuck can a person get over with just 2 minutes of TV time each week on just a random ass segment talking with fucking Jackie Redmond? You know, about some bullshit nobody gives a fuck about that has nothing to do with any relevant story that's being pushed. And you can apply that concept to Bayley, who up until her removal at WrestleMania 41 due to Becky Lynch and her playing politics, you have Bayley going out there having random ass matches with Lyra Valkyria as if that's supposed to move the needle. Like, as if that's riveting television. Where's the story behind it? Listen, hear me out. Okay, the story is about the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Oh yeah? Well, why didn't Lyra Valkyria defend her belt at WrestleMania 41? You know what she did? She went after the women's tag team belts with Becky. So where does that leave Bayley? Besides getting roasted by Becky Lynch on the mic. Does her no favors. How is anyone supposed to get over being booked like that? Right? But yeah, blame Bayley and not Triple H. I seen Bayley, she was on Chris Van Vliet's channel being interviewed, talking about how it's like, yeah, like I'm never on the posters, I'm never being featured on the advertisements. You don't see me doing these promotions on these interview shows, talk shows. You know why that is, Bayley? It's because you're not attractive enough for the people who are making these advertisements, for these posters, for these PLEs of theirs. I'll tell you right the fuck now. If Bayley was out there on social media, X, Instagram, showing off that curvaceous, voluptuous body of hers, showing off all that ass and its magnificence, all of its glory, I tell you right the fuck now, motherfuckers should be like, push Bayley now. like Bayley, hashtag Bayley deserves better. I shit you not, man. I'm telling you right the fuck now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's what she needs to do. I'm saying if she did overtly sexualize herself in a manner that Rhea Ripley does, or like Liv Morgan, for instance, she'd be getting pushed. Like, I guarantee it. People will not be saying she's boring, or that she's trash, or that she's washed. I promise you that. The problem is that Bayley has been there for too fucking long, and she's done all there is to do. She's been a babyface, she's been a heel, she's won the Royal Rumble, she won at WrestleMania, multiple time world champion. I mean, she's done it all, to be honest. And it's like, and I completely disagree with Coachman saying that she isn't a draw. Bayley has her fans. You know, don't get it twisted. It's crazy how the least problematic of the four horsewomen gets shit on the most. Shit's wild to me. But there's like, take for instance that little girl that took a picture of Bayley years ago. Fast forward, she's now wrestling, which is crazy. I'm like, damn, I guess I'm getting old because that hot damn. Like, she's like, what, 19 now wrestling? I forgot her name. It eludes me right now, but it's fans like her that went to those shows, that bought her merch, especially during her Hug Me Bayley phase. But nah, she wasn't a draw. Like, stop it. Stop it. That's erroneous to say. And then he goes on to say, if you were to release Bayley right now, what would change? I'll tell you what would change. Not seeing that pretty face on TV, not seeing all that ass back there. Hot damn. I'm just saying. And missing out on a positive influence back there in that women's locker room. A good worker. Someone that actually loves professional wrestling. When she eventually retires or hangs up the boots for good, I can picture her being in a backstage role like Sarah Del Rey or Molly Holly, training the next generation on a come up, or hell, even opening up a wrestling school. You know, on some Booker T shit, you know what I mean? What I think Bayley needs to do is when her contract expires in 2027, if I'm not mistaken, leave. Like, don't re-sign, unless you're there for the money, then fuck it, I don't blame you. But if it's about the passion and the love that she has for pro wrestling, fucking leave. Alright? She needs a breath of fresh air. That's not in the WWE. Because we've seen it time and time and time again where wrestlers, they'd be like, man, being in WWE killed my passion for wrestling. And then they leave and then they have that passion be rejuvenated. You know, whether it's TNA, MLW, or NWA, you know what I mean? Whatever company that they're in, AEW, you know what I mean? That's what Bayley needs to do. You can't tell me she wouldn't kill it in AEW, and best believe comment will pick her up. Like, seeing her Bayley versus Chris Stacklander, Bayley versus Anna Jay, Bayley versus Athena, run that back, Bayley, of course, versus Mercedes Moné, no. Bayley versus Timeless Tony Storm, and Bayley versus Haters Gonna Hate, the best in the world, Jamie Hayter. Sign me the fuck up. Like, maybe then, you know, she could reinvent herself and present a new character, a new version of Bailey we never ever seen before. Because you can tell she has ideas with damage control. I just think that it didn't play out the way that she originally envisioned the group going. But, you know, hey man, shit happens. It is what it is. But one last thing I want to mention is the chick on that podcast who looks like the third Bella twin. She was talking about how when Coachman was like, oh, if you were to release Bailey, what would change? And she was like, you could say that about a lot of people. She is 110% correct. Like, you can say that about Candice LeRae, who somehow still manages to have a job in that fucking company, despite never, ever being a draw. Like, that's who the fuck Jonathan Coachman should have been yapping about, is Candice LeRae. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about this bullshit. I don't agree with the disrespect Bailey's been getting. And if I were her, the first chance I get to leave, I'm taking it. Like, you don't think I'm on the same level as Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair? Woo! Well, I'm gonna prove to you just how fucking wrong you are. And I'm gonna do it without sexualizing myself like Trish Stratus or Mandy Rose. That's what Bailey needs to do, but that's just me. But I want to hear from you guys. How do you guys feel about this whole Bailey situation? Are you on the side of Coach to where you feel like Bailey has always been boring as fuck and that she's done, she's washed, it's over? Or are you like me, to where you think that she just needs a new canvas and a different company to where she can showcase her art? Y'all let me know. But to those who go out their way to like and comment on my videos, I truly appreciate it. No, I really, really do. To those who want to go out their way to dislike the video, more power to you. As far as what's next, I'll probably drop the WrestleMania 41 Night 2 review just to finally get it done. I've been dreading it. Like, I just haven't felt like doing it, to be honest. But I'll knock it out for you guys so I can finally move the fuck on. There's other shit that I want to talk about. But wasting enough of your guys' time, so with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protecting yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, but most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. And until next time, adios.